Before tanks, before drones, and long before gunpowder, fear on the battlefield often ran on four legs. Through the clash of shields, the roar of warriors, and the glint of swords, a dark shape streaked across the killing fields of Rome. Powerful. Agile. Loyal, yet utterly ruthless. It wasn't a man. It wasn't a horse. It was the Canis Pugnax, Rome's war dog. Bred to guard, to hunt, to fight, and to kill. This was no camp mascot. It was a living weapon. Few today know its name. History's pages let it fade, but the legionaries who trusted their lives to it never forgot. To truly understand how such a lethal creature came to be, we must travel back, to the mountains of Greece, and to the breeders of monsters. In Latin, Canis Pugnax means combat dog. But this beast was no accident of nature. It was forged over centuries, through brutal hunts, relentless wars, and crushing sieges. Its bloodline reaches the Greek Molossers. Giant guardians bred in the wild highlands of Epirus, land we now know as Albania and northwestern Greece. Aristotle and Virgil wrote of these dogs as half-tame beasts, loyal to masters, yet capable of bringing down a lion in its prime. Rome, always eager to take what worked, saw a weapon in the Molossers. They imported them, bred them with native stock and savage barbarian war dogs, building something faster, fiercer, and deadlier. The goal, the perfect war hound. Large yet quick. Strong yet obedient. Thus, the Canis Pugnax emerged, standing 60 centimeters, weighing up to 50 kilograms, dark-furred for night raids, with a deep, bone-rattling bark. A gladiator on four legs. By the 2nd century BC, Rome's games had evolved into grand theaters of blood. And here, the Canis Pugnax became a star of the macabre. Trained to strike with precision, ignore pain, and respond to the scent of blood, they weren't paraded as pets, but unleashed as executioners. They hunted condemned criminals. Fought unarmed prisoners. Even battled exotic beasts, lions, bears, monstrous boars. Kept hungry for days, they exploded into the arena when chains dropped, greeted by the roar of the crowd. Some grew so famous they were given names, cheered like heroes, gladiators with fangs. But Rome would soon discover that the Canis Pugnax could be far more than a spectacle. It could be a soldier. As the empire expanded, Rome faced enemies with strange and terrifying tactics. Among them, war dogs used by Celts, Scythians, Germans, and Britons. These beasts leapt over shields, ripped into legs, and stood guard over their masters' corpses. Rome learned quickly. It would make its own monsters. The Canis Pugnax was refined, bred with barbarian dogs for more aggression and speed. But Rome's genius was not just in breeding, it was in training. Unlike tribal dogs that attacked everything, Rome's hounds fought like legionaries. Striking on command, recognizing allies, holding position even in chaos, and dying at their master's side if needed. And so, the Canis Pugnax left the arena, and marched into war. Like any soldier, these dogs trained hard. They learned to know the scent of comrades, to ignore taunts and the deafening clash of battle, to never break formation. They marched 35 kilometers a day beside the legion, often carrying small packs of food, messages, or supplies. They guarded camps by night, warning of danger long before human sentinels. In Rome's frontier outposts, Germania, Dacia, Thrace, their presence meant fewer ambushes, safer supplies, and better protected soldiers. They were not just animals in the legion, they were legion. Though official records rarely praised them, the truth lingers in scattered accounts. At the Battle of Vercelli, 101 BC, the Cimbrise dogs fought until the last heartbeat of their masters, holding lines longer than many men. During Caesar's campaigns in Gaul and Britannia, enemy tribes deployed guardian hounds, prompting Rome to double down on its own. From then on, Canis Pugnax marched into the most hostile territories, a silent, watchful weapon. Art on the column of Marcus Aurelius even shows dogs at the legion's side. Not symbols. Not mascots. Tactical assets. Not weapons of mass destruction like catapults, but precision tools, deployed where fear, shadows, and silence ruled. Yet despite their service, Canis Pugnax never earned the glory of warhorses or generals. No chronicles dedicated to them. No military manuals. But the soldiers knew their worth. Many fed them from their own rations, tended their wounds, and in rare cases, buried them with honors, tombstones marking where a comrade, not just a dog, had fallen. Veterans sometimes returned home with their four-legged brothers still at their side. But as centuries passed, warfare changed. And the pure breed faded, mixed with others or lost entirely. Still, fragments remain. Modern breeds like the Cane Corso and Neapolitan Mastiff carry the spirit, the discipline, and perhaps the courage of Caesar's war dogs in their blood. So now you know their story. Tell me, doesn't the Canis Pugnax deserve its place among Rome's greatest warriors? If you enjoyed this tale, like the video, subscribe, and share it with anyone who loves the ancient world. And as always, may Mars guide your steps. To discover the 10 most legendary gladiators of Rome, click the thumbnail now.